Casaca. Casaca. Oh, look, I'm struggling here, but it's Valentine's. Happy Valentine's weekend to you. 14th, 15th, Friday, Saturday. I think it's been at least 6 years since they lined up like that. We're doing at home. We're with you, and we're going to make this incredibly famous cocktail that the Brazilians created a billion years ago. I cannot say it, and it's funny, the research that I do on it, I've heard so many ways. You know, the craziest thing in this day and age with social media and looking at like bloggers is that you get a British guy and he's like, yeah, so right, we're gonna make a Caprina. And then you get like a guy from Australia who's like, right, so we're gonna make a Capriana. And then you get like an American who's like a Caprina. So it's a bit frustrating, but all I can share with you is this is the only bottle in Ontario that you can get for the cachaca, which is basically like really bad tequila. It's, you hear that pop? You know you're getting yourself into trouble. But when you just kind of pop into it and go, okay, what have I got going on here? It's a bit off. I'm sure this isn't good quality. Sorry, LCBO, I love you to death, and please don't lose my liquor license, but yeah, it's like weak tequila and it's kind of sweet. But the secret to this recipe is all about kind of going with fresh lime, sugar, the key ingredient is ice, and then the cachaca to make this great drink. Cipriana, let's do it. Caipirinha. There you go. There's another version of it. That guy's in Soho. Look, let's get right into it. It's very straightforward. You're gonna go grab container C. We're gonna make this Brazilian cocktail that is all the rage in Portugal as it is in Brazilian. You're gonna see a lot of crossover in the food today between these two countries, from piri-piri to the seafood, the abundancy of it in both these countries. Let's look at what we got going. I have taken the liberty of building you a premix. So in here I have fresh lime with the cachaca, and I'm probably like overemphasizing the amount of saliva in my throat right now, but that's okay. Like, just go with me, okay? So what you have is some sugar. You're gonna have it in a little, basically about an ounce each. So we're gonna just divide this between the two glasses because we have enough here to make for two. We've got some lime wheels, but then inside we've got some lime cheeks. It's basically what we're looking at. You're going to get 4 quarters for each container, which you're going to put four quarters for each portion, so you're going to get 8 slices in total. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to muddle, but when you muddle, and you need a muddler, and if you don't have a muddler, we'll use a beer bottle. No, just find something like that is kind of like crushable, okay? And what we want to do here is we kind of want to make sure we bring the oils out from the sugar into the lime. So we just want to mash this down. I'm going to be very truthful right now. It's a little high for the old shoulder. Developing new muscles that I never knew I had. But you can see what's happening here is you're kind of getting this slurry in there with the sugar. We'll go to the next one. And the amazing thing about this, although I'm not a huge fan of this alcohol, sugar, lime, ice, and an alcohol, it's summer. It's summer in a cup. It's a gorgeous experience. It's a great way to be sitting on a patio, doing some leg watching, people watching, checking it all out. Yeah, I don't know, if you look out there, there's not a lot of summer going on out there right now. We got a little bit of snow here this morning in Ottawa, but after all, it is Friday. So now that you've crushed these down, you could just kind of slosh it all into a glass, but what I prefer to do is I'd actually want to just give it a shake. So I'm just going to do a kind of like a shake and dump kind of technique is what we'd like to refer to it as. And what we want to do is come in with lots of ice. We want to take our glasses and we want to dump this mixture in. Now I'm going to take this premix. We're going to hit that in. We're going to give that a little blessing. Ole mole, ole mole. And then we're going to go in. Okay, and then put your lid on. Give it a good shake. And what did I mean by shake and dump. Oh, it smells so good. I feel like I'm in Portugal again. Okay, and you're just gonna come right in. Oh my God, doesn't that look great? Maybe just a little bit more ice up there. So really go silly on the ice. And why you kind of want to have those cubes touching the lips. We have a couple of discs left over for you here. Just kind of stuff those down inside. Now, depending on where you are in the world, it's an incredible drink. It's the Caipirinha Malabashola. Oh, you're gonna love it. Hello, lovers. Are you ready for a canapé? Let's do it. Go to the box, bring out A and B. These are your canapés. How's your crazy Brazilian Portuguese shenanigan drink? Isn't it delicious? Cooking food gets easier the more you drink these. No question. Okay, so we're doing two things here. We're doing this crispy fried egg. It's kind of like a deviled egg, but they're crispy fried. Now, we've pre-fried these for you. Honestly, in terms of a reheat value, I would suggest that you just basically throw caution to the wind and either do an air fry thing. If you have an air fryer, just bring those back to temperature in an air fryer for about maybe 1.5 minutes or 2. Or alternatively, just pop them in an oven, 250, give them 4 or 5 minutes. Don't microwave it. Have you ever microwaved an egg? Not a good idea. It's like grapes. Have you ever microwaved grapes? Don't do it, and make sure your kids aren't listening to this, because, yeah, it's dangerous. Grapes are dangerous, and eggs, explosive, okay? So, I've seen everything. I've heard of everything, all the shenanigans. So, this is called green eggs. Green eggs is basically a crispy fried, light fried egg, white, and then inside we have scallion, garlic, a little bit of octopus. Think of it, and the egg yolk mix. So what we're gonna do here, because it's all ready to go, we're just gonna cut off this little piping bag for you, and you're just gonna fill each one of these up like you're doing a double egg. So, sorry guys, for you star tip lovers out there, we're not giving you the star tip option. You're going with the straight edge option. Some chili threads, just for like a dramatic effect here in Ottawa. Valentine's, the snow better be gone by the time this comes, you know. And then a little bit of scallion frill. Wow, this is so pungent. Chef Matt literally just cut these a couple minutes ago. It's so strong and fresh, the smell and the flavor. Right, remember, don't put it in your landfill. Pop it in your box and recycle. All right, and then the next one here is a little octopus, and these are little crispy fried bolitas. We have a little house-made chili piri piri, but a little more liquidy than anything. It's a hell of a lot. I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot. You're probably gonna get half of that. That's a 2 ounce. We're gonna give you 1 ounce. Otherwise, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna put some in my cocktail. Don't do that. Drink the cocktail, drink that separately. So these are little bolitas. They're done with salted cod, little octopus, and then because we had so much octopus downstairs, we fried up some extra pieces for you to pop down. There you go. Put down a bit of cilantro. Cilantro is definitely the herb of Portugal. Not. Anyway, I love cilantro. And then let's just take some of this sauce, drizzle it down on top. There you go. You got your drink. You got your little bites. All you got to do is go find your lover. And if he or she is still doing laundry, go turn the power off to the house and let the sparks fly. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. From the team and I, here at Next. Here we go, 7 courses plated. Hey lovers, course 1 of 7. The biggest and most important thing to understand about this menu is eat for pleasure. You're with your lover. You want to do one course and say, we're off to bed, then do that. You want to keep going through the whole menu experience? Do that. Only halfway? Fine. Do the whole menu? Great. Need to go walk around the block and come back? Do that. Let's get into it. Let's go right to course 1, dish 1. Remember, it's plated so everybody gets their own dish. There's no sharing here, okay? Sometimes when you're in love, you have to be a little selfish, I find, for your own intentions. So look, we've got some Boston lettuce, and this is like a bit of a composed salad. So we're just gonna take the lettuce, pop it on down. So I was just checking to make sure it was okay. It's okay. It's good, actually. It's very good. Okay. So we're roughly about 3 lettuce leaves down on the plate. You're not going to be getting these. I'm just letting you know. 3 pieces each, 6 leaves. Something happened there. It's not. You're not getting it. Okay. So we've got a number of containers in here. It's a bit of a container war. Not going to lie. We have a red wine suspension, olive oil with red wine, dressing, a little bit of mustard in there. We have some Kalamata black olives. That sounds so Portuguese. Not. It's called creativity. Focus on it. These are my famous little pickled turmeric pearl onions. I love acidity with some flat leaf parsley. We have poached hen's egg. We have some tuna done with a little chorizo spice blend around the outside, and then some black-eyed beans. So really straightforward. This is a cold salad. It's not complicated what we're doing here. Down go the black-eyed beans, and you can kind of like spread them out a little bit. Okay. What was it one of my chef buddy friends used to say? Yeah, just go with it. Go with it. Just have fun with it. Yeah, have fun with it. Make sure you don't screw it up though, okay? So here we go. We got, looks like there's 4 pieces over here. Let's see if I have the same. I don't want somebody getting jealous on Valentine's. So, yes, we're just gonna do a straight line, dead center, pop that down. We're gonna call this plating technique dead center, but I've just realized I still gotta put a poached hen's egg. So we're actually gonna spread it out. I'm changing midstream. This is the great thing about being creative, is you can just kind of, you know, go where you want with it. So the eggs are poached, ready to go for you. You've got 2 each. Be gentle when you take these apart, okay? Pop 1 down, pop 2 down. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of, the black olive is like a salt stimulant for the dish. Popping that down. And then we have parsley, flat leaf, chokeable, parsley. And then we have our turmeric pearl onions. Look at this wall of containers here. And then the dressing. It's suspension, so it doesn't need to be mixed up. And you're just gonna go down and do a little splashy, washy on the lettuce, Wesses. Look at this. Oh, this is great. Wow. You know what I love? I just love food. But more importantly, I love the fact that you're with me today for Valentine's Day. Because guess what? It is a busy, busy weekend for us here at the restaurant, but we're so thrilled to have you in your home enjoying this experience. Look at that. Dive in, and I'll stop talking. Intimista, this is a Portuguese wine. It's a blended wine. It's got harmonious, full flavor, 4 grape varietals in there. I'm not even going to attempt to kind of go through the 4 types of grapes, but it's EU wines, so the grapes are kind of a little bit from Portugal, a little bit from up in the European Union. Let's just pop it open. Let's see what it's like. This is one of my consignment winemakers that sent this to me. It arrived on Tuesday. We're filming here, it's Thursday in the week. And let's see what this is like. Let's see if you will be blessed by this wine. Clearly, because you're watching it Obviously it worked out. Well, let's hope it does. Otherwise, there's going to be nothing about this. Gorgeous color. Gonna have to pour one for the cameraman. All right, and then we're just gonna, oh yeah, full. Oh, it's gonna be lovely. Oh yeah, we're gonna go into course 2 with this. It's complex, long in the finish in the mouth, a little bit of strawberry. You're gonna love it. I don't even sell this at this restaurant. I'm just bringing this in on a special consignment order only, specifically just for the Valentine's menu. Let me see it again. Intimista is the wine. You got a good 5 glasses, so don't be fighting over the 5th pour. Let's head over to course 2. Yeah, that's gonna be lovely. Nice and complex. A little old world in some regard. Bacalhau, salted cod croquettes. You can see the pan over here looking like it's gonna catch on fire. Let's not have it that high, peeps, okay? We're just gonna bring that down a little bit in terms of it. What we want to do here, and some of you have been at the restaurant, have had the bacalhau years in the past when you go to Portugal, and Spain, in fact. When you're over in that part of the Mediterranean, bacalhau's everywhere. You see it everywhere, and everybody's doing a different version of it. Mine are a little more firmer. They're done with a little panko crust. My pan's pretty hard, so I don't want to burn anything here. I just want to bring it 2 and 2 through the heat. We have in here a house-made piri piri. Mine is more coarse in terms of its texture, which is very typical what you see in Portugal. You're going to have a little container of some oil, and then I've done a little slaw. Let's head back to the pan. You see, you're gonna have to keep moving it. Now, again, if you have an air fryer, go ahead, use the air fryer, total fun. I don't personally have ever used one. Why? I don't know. I just never got around to it. And you know, if you ever were in my house and you saw my kitchen equipment, my number 1 is a coffee machine, followed by a toaster. Call me British, call me wacky, but that's about it. I don't really have any other equipment on my countertops other than my stove and my fridge and my dishwasher. So I just kind of keep it simple. Those are getting there, they're getting gorgeous. We got 2 of the bacalhau. So bacalhau, salted cod, soaked in water to release. We've done this with potato base. We've got a little bit of spice notes in there, some parsley is coming through and through, and it's bound together. We have a little slaw here, and this is just a little lemon, mustard, olive oil, some green peas down on the plate. Pop that in there. There you go. That's looking great. Send that to the side. Come back to the balliwallies, the bacalhau. They're getting there. They're looking pretty good. Not gonna lie. Now, I think I'm gonna get a little round, 2 little ramekins, Chef Matt, we should get for this plate, so we're set up here. I have a little remoulade. What do I have the remoulade for? I'm kind of always been a fan of the mayo with some gherkins, little pickle, and I really like that contrast against something like a little salted cod croquette. The piri piri, in Portugal, when I see piri piri, I always see it coarsely chopped. Now, I haven't been into southern Portugal yet. My son is planning to go later this year with his girlfriend, which is super cool. You know, that's the beautiful thing about traveling, the influences you have, not only on your children, but your friends, about the excitement of going to a new place. And I'm just so thrilled for my son and his girlfriend Delaney that they're going to head down there this summer and check it out. But they're going to go to the south, so it'll be interesting to see. But from my experiences between Nazaré, Lisbon, and Porto, every time I saw a piri piri, it would always be coarse in texture, whereas if you're in Brazil, the piri piris you see are fully liquefied and pureed smooth and smooth. So let's have a little quick look here. Looking great, right? So you can play Dangerous Dan. Just a little bit of water in there. And it's okay, the water, spoon water's clean. This is a clean set. No one's been cooking here before. You just take a little bit of water from a glass, just kind of pop that in there. you want just a little bit of the water to kind of congeal and bring together everything, okay? We don't want it super crispy. We want this gorgeous ball with salted cod that we can pop down. So, all said and done. One. Yeah, you know, that's the thing with balls. They tend to roll away, right? There we go, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And no, we're not going to nappage. We're not going to do anything with this that you're going to toss off into the dish pit, all right? Salted bacalhau, a little kale, green pea, piri piri. That's my story. That's what I'm sticking to it. Enjoy the wine. Let's get into it. Soup, caldo verde, a classic Portuguese soup that you're going to experience when you go over there. I've been fortunate now to go 3 times to Portugal. And basically the last, pretty much post-COVID, I started going. Wonderful, wonderful country. Clean, really took my breath away. But food profile-wise, taste-wise, almost it's like they pack more into flavor than you could possibly imagine. Caldo verde is a real classic. You're going to have a broth that's based on pork. In my case, I'm using ham hocks. I have some Savoy cabbage and kale in there and some potatoes. I'm a big believer in cornbread with soup. Now, this is probably not very traditional for Portuguese, but cornbread just, to me, works so quintessentially classic with this dish. So let me just talk to you about the containers you have is 3A and 3B. 3A is the pork hock broth. I've already got that cooking out over there. In a frying pan, you want to take the little container of oil and pop that down inside. And we want to take all the garniture that's in here and throw it in. Okay? That's all going in to the soup. Yes, you can load to the side. And the broth is already in there. Now the cornbread, it's over to you, but if you're a fan of like crispy pan-fried cornbread to go with your soup with a bit of butter, then you go ahead and do that. There's enough oil there, but you're gonna need a little bit of butter, and you can just pan-fry that up in a pan. The magic of cooking, I've got my executive chef, Matt Hall, in the back, and he's actually crispy frying that up for us right now, so we're good to go. Soup-wise, when we look at this, we wanna get some great color down on here. So that's just working out. And that's gonna be in the frying pan for probably a good solid 2 minutes. Your broth, which is here, oh my God. Oh yeah, Portugal baby, all about it. And here comes the cornbread. Thank you, chef.
Rippin' hot.
Rippin' hot? Rippin' hearts. Look at that, see? Like, isn't that a nice difference? Thank you, chef. Nice difference over the two. So just pop a piece of bread on the side. I mean, yeah, it's Valentine's, but snow's on the ground and it's still wintry. Got to warm the heart through and through. So with this fully cooked out, and through the magic of Matt Hall, can I get the one you already cooked out, Chefy? So imagine that the time's already gone by, and the magic of the galloping gourmet. Let's go trade there.
There we go.
Thank you, chef. So after about 2 minutes of getting some color on that, we're just going to take all of that and we're going to pop it right inside. Okay? Kill your flame. Just let that all fortify and come together. But you don't really need to worry too much about the pork value in terms of the flavor because it's there. Awesome. I'm going to let that cook down. Not more than 30 seconds because all I really want to do is just bring my bowls forward. You know, it's a hearty soup. It's a cold day. You're going out to see the surfers in Nazaré. You've got your parka, you've got your raincoat, and you're going to go sit by the beach and watch these guys surf these 100-foot waves. And maybe you just bring down the bowl to the beach and you look at them in the ocean as they're surfing these 100-foot waves. I've been. It's an incredible, it's definitely bucket list material. And you're just gonna sit there and go, get out of here. Caldo Verde, everybody, enjoy. Oh yeah. Oh, that's gonna be so good. Enjoy. Clams and sardines. So this one's a bit controversial, but if you've trusted me this far, you can trust me. So we have some Manila clams. We have some cured sardines in here. And we have a little bit of white wine reduction. What we're going to do is we have a hot pan over here. We've got some limes and the clams. What you're going to do is in a hot pan, drop those right down with the butter inside. Go ahead with the limes inside, okay? We're gonna let that go for a little bit of what we call a ka-shaka. And you better have the fan on full blast. If you have another frying pan, prop it over. What are we trying to do? We're just trying to keep a dome effect, try to keep the heat inside there because we want those clams to pop. We need them to open up. I'm getting a little tickle in the throat, and if you get one too, that's okay because we got some little chilies in here, little bird's eye chilies in there to kind of give it a little effect, and I'm missing two. So let me get them in there. These clams are already popping. You know, when we cook for this process for the walkthrough videos, we're doing this long before we've ordered the bulk of it. So yesterday I was at TNT here in Kanata, and I was walking in there and they had so many different styles of clams going on here. So look at that. Come on in, see that. Isn't that great? And then all I want to do right now is I just want to come in here and hit it with the white wine. And the whole idea is to follow up with the sardines. So in go the sardines. Now don't worry, I know some of you are like, I don't know, chef, I don't know if I like sardines. And then some of you are like, I can't wait. So you're gonna let that kind of cook out. We're gonna let that cook out. Keep the camera in, we're gonna do it together. We're gonna let that cook out and out. And through the miracle of President's Choice, here we go. Clams are ready. So one combo that you see a lot when you're in seafood restaurants is this combo of parsley and cilantro together. It's Mediterranean, right? So I'm just gonna pop that in at the last minute, and I'm gonna bring the heat back up on this pan so I can get it up to full steam. Now, bread is always present when you're in the Mediterranean and even Portugal area, you see it a lot. So I've just taken some ace baguette and toasted it off. You can do it. I'm telling you that chili, because we don't have venting here in the lobby of Next, is giving me quite the tickle. So I just have a little olive oil. You're going to take the olive oil, you're going to dump it over the bread. You're going to pop that into the salamander or the broiler. Some of you have done this before with me when we do our toasted ace baguette. And obviously you're just going to toast that off until you get this desired result, okay? Why did I give you 4 pieces? Well, I don't want you to fill up on it all. Look at this. Now, if you want that silkier, you can add more of the, you can add more butter if you like, but I'm only giving you one little sliver of it, okay? I don't want to get you out of control here. Watch. Let's see what happens to me. I have no idea where this is going to go. There's this smoke from the sardines, coupled with the fish, coupled with the citric. You want to season it? Go ahead. But in case you didn't know, sardines is kind of a form of seasoning. That flavor, that intensity that it has is gorgeous. So all we're going to do now, we're just going to pop these clams down. This is This is love in a cup right here, folks. Just popping all that down. Put the limes in. Isn't that lovely? That, peeps, is a dish love-worthy for sure. Make sure you get your lime pieces up at the top. You can suck on those as you're chewing away. Oh, you can smell the sardines coming through and through. It's okay if you don't say I love you, because you're going to be tucking into a bowl of love. Enjoy. Have you finished the wine? I hope not. Like, we're on course 5. So you got another course after this. So you should probably be about somewhere around there. If you've already gone past that, that's okay. Pat yourself on the back. 5A, 5B, stewed chicken, done with a piri-piri mayo, crispy potatoes, little action going on. Think of almost like a chicken cacciatore, but Portuguese style. If we slide over here, we've dropped this that you get into a pot and put it over a medium flame and bring it together. You got 2 pieces of chicken in there, 1 per person. And then we got the potatoes at the back here. Okay, everything's already hot and ready to go. This is gonna take about 7 to 8 minutes to come together over a medium flame. And every now and then you're just gonna take your spoon, you're gonna come in and you're just gonna do a little toss-up. Just mix it over, okay? What we've done is we've treated it just like a chicken cacciatore, and we've crispy fried off the chicken in its raw state and then cooked it out in a stew of cumin, chorizo, garlic, carrots, onions, tomatoes, fresh, all cooked out low and slow. To put this whole dish together, in 5B, you have some garniture. You've got the piri-piri mayo, which is pretty much just mayonnaise with piri-piri. We have the oil. The oil is for the potatoes to crispy fry them. They're up and at them. And then we have a little bit of garnish to go down on the plate. So, all said and done, through the magic of cooking and the magic of having a great chef to make sure I don't look like a bonehead, we've got everything ready to go here. So, for me, I would grab my spoon and I would just come in and I would do a knob like that and a blob like that. And then I would just take my spoon and I would just come in and make it as messy as I could. You got it? Now the only rule you got to remember is if you got any muck on the outside, you want to wipe that away. Got it? Perfect. Oof. I'm good. I didn't die. I'm good. I felt it hit in the back of the bay there, but I'm good. Okay, let's come in for the potatoes. Just gonna take these potatoes, I'm gonna toss them down here on the edge. Nothing like bashed fingerling potatoes that are crispy fried for a little awesome texture. That's good. And then 1 piece each. One smells so good. Matt, I know you're off camera and you can hear me. So good, smells so great. From concept to reality, people. Gonna finish off with a little garniture of some parsley, cilantro, sun-dried tomato over the top, just to kind of bring the colors up a little bit. Might have gotten a little out of control over there, not gonna lie. Ready? That looks like some tasty chicken. You go for it, lover. sound of cooking. You hear that? You hear the sizzle, whizzle, chisel? That's what's magic. That's what makes families fall in love and love again. And it's honestly one of the things that I love the most about cooking is when I can hear it. You know, it's a all sensory consuming experience when you're cooking. Enough about that rubbish. Let's get into the focus here. 6A, 6B. We're doing a lamb shoulder with chorizo, Portuguese chorizo. We've got some white broad beans. Popping open your containers, you would have been a little bit behind because we have the sauce and the lamb here. You're just gonna pop that into a frying pan over medium heat, and then you're gonna take your white broad beans. Well, there's only one kind of broad bean and it's white. And in the side here, we've got some oven-dried cherry tomatoes with some green peas. We're gonna pop that into this container here. Off you go. That's great. And everything else is already cooking. It's a real one-stop shop in terms of how we put this all together. Grab yourself some good dinner plates. Make sure they're nice and clean. And then, without getting too restaurant complicato, let's get right over here to our veggies. And remember, check them for seasoning. If you want to bring up a little bit more of the salt profile, go for it. I'll have a go. Whew. I'm good. Simplicity. Keep it downright simple. Don't get complicated about it, okay? And you can see if you look at the pan with the lamb, you do not want to get any lower than that. In fact, you can do this. So I'll know if you've watched the video. Take a little bit of your wine and pop that in there. Give that a little bit of the old swillow on the wallow. Bring it back on the flame. Have a look at it. And then do one of these. Yeah, it's coming, honey. Yeah, won't be long. I'm good. Oh, yeah, I love you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, hello. I know. Oh, it's going to be a great night. Cook out the alcohol. Nothing worse. I'll always remember 1,000,000 years ago, I went to a friend's wedding and they had shark fin soup. This is back in the day when shark fin soup was cool. Clearly it's not cool anymore, but it was so cool back then. And his uncle got up and he took a bottle of cognac, VSOP, and he dumped half the bottle in this big, huge bowl, like way bigger than this bowl, in the middle on the Lazy Susan. And I was literally like, bah, because all you could taste was the cognac. You could not take the shark's fin soup, an egg drop style soup. Get back to this. Alcohol's gone. You don't want to taste the alcohol. You want the essence, the body, the base in your face of the wine. Look at this. Come in. Drop down your lamb shoulder. Lovely meat here, Matt. Really lovely. Take some of the chorizo, some of the lamb, and then come in. Oh, look at that. Oh. He's tapping too much. He's a tapper. Lamb shoulder and chorizo, broad beans, green peas, tomatoes. It is what it is, mate. Get it in your gob.
Fly away with me, take you high, soaring, see you smile, it's my only dream.
Staring out into the sea, waves come crashing up to me. My toes slip into the sand, dream that I'm with you.
Course 7, last course. We are there. This is your little treat, your reward. I'm going to try it in my worst worst Portuguese of all. We've tried to do so much research on this dessert. Finding the recipe is easy, but we've heard it said like, it's like the cocktail all over again. We started with a problem, we're ending with a problem. Koshkoro is the best way I heard it said. It's literally a Portuguese Bunette. It's a little donut. I want to show you what we got here. You're going to get 7A and you're going to get 7B. Now, it's a fried donut. It's donut dough. Honestly, the best way to deal with this is to actually refry them. We've fried them already for you, but to give them a good fry, to bring them back to full, gorgeous ooey gooeyness would be fantastic. So if you have an air fryer, go with it. If you're like totally screwed and you don't even have anything to work with, you could just pop this in the microwave, do 70%, go for like not more than 60 seconds, okay? When it comes out, remove the paper. We did a little maple simple syrup in here. We want you to just go in there and drizzle it. And what is that all about? That's basically just about putting the lid back on and making sure that that syrup kind of gets mixed around with everything. Don't ram it around so fast that it falls to pieces. But the whole idea is to make sure that we kind of glaze these. And why do we want to glaze them? Because it's a cinnamon sugar coated donut. Yes, it's not original, Tim Hortons. You're not the first to come up with it. This is real classic. So now you just want to take your cinnamon sugar, do a dusting on one side. Oh, I nearly lost my sugar. See? Wine has good attributes and it has bad attributes. So on this side again. That's great. I mean, you know, that was like an ounce and a half and it felt like snowing forever. So, on your dish, you're going to drop one down. You're going to drop two down. Why not? Take a little bit of that syrup and get it on the plate. Now, we've made a little custard here. Oh, sorry, that's the ice cream. Here's the custard. This is just a little custard that's almond based. It is a creamy egg and milk custard. We have some blueberries for garnish. We have some crushed meringue. And we have some toasted almonds, of which there's almond in this mixture as well. So, let's put it together. And then we finish it off with a toasted fennel ice cream. So fennel oil, fennel seed, crushed, toasted out through and through. So let's go down with the custard first. Ooh, I don't know about you, but this is gonna be a great way to end a night. Or maybe it's to start a night. Down we go. We're going to put down a little bit of crushed meringue, just in your fingers. Just give that down there for a little niche. Amazing. Some blueberries. Pop them down for a little bit of action. What kind of action? I don't know, but there's way too much action going on this plate. Some toasted almonds, slivered, toasted, gorgeous, brilliant. And then we've got our ice cream, Paco Jet style. Remember, this was delivered to you separately outside of the container so that you could pop it into your freezer when you get home. Oh, look at that canal. Oh, there's another one. Oh, watch, that doesn't have a mind of its own. Are you good? You feeling great? You know what? I'm feeling better than you. I've got like 150 people, 150 couples who are enjoying this experience. 300 of you out there. Drop a comment down below. I hope you enjoyed the experience. Stay tuned. March is coming. I have something special planned. Go to the website, check it out. It's going to be a country. It's going to be global tables. Look forward to seeing you dine once more in your house, in the comfort of your home. Happy Valentine's to you and yours. Ciao.